Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well and welcome to the first video in my movie scene breakdown series in which I analyse my favourite scenes of all time. Today I'm going to be discussing my favourite action scene from The Dark Knight, that being the armoured car chase. Just to give you guys a heads up, if you haven't seen The Dark Knight, I will be covering spoilers, so that's your warning. So to set the scene, Harvey Dent, played by Aaron Eckhart, reveals at a press conference that he's Batman, as Gotham's police force apprehends Dent and puts him into protective custody before he's placed in a Gotham SWAT van. We begin the scene as we follow the SWAT van along with the police convoy who are escorting Dent across the city. The first moment of terror arrives when the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, kills a police officer before we see the police witnessing a burning fire engine on the street, which causes them to divert their route onto the lower Fifth. Director Christopher Nolan at this point is planting the seeds of chaos that will come in this sequence, which already creates an unpredictability and keeps the audience guessing as to how the scene will unfold. What I love about the earlier moments of this set piece is how one of the trucks driven by a Joker crony is almost a villain in and of itself. We see the truck constantly trying to damage the SWAT van, as well as the sheer force of the truck causing another SWAT van to physically come out of the tunnel and into the river. This level of threat creates tension and uneasiness in the viewer as to whether Dent will make it out alive or not. We then see the side of Joker's truck open up as we see him using an assortment of weapons in an attempt to kill Dent. This moment further develops the themes of chaos and anarchy from the Joker, as well as advancing the plot thread of the Joker forcing Batman to reveal his identity and the consequences that come from this. The Joker's wild personality perfectly pays off during the tunnel segment when he appropriately uses a bazooka as only he would to blow up a police car protecting the van. Once Batman, played by Christian Bale, arrives in the tunnel, this raises the stakes as well as creating a direct conflict between our hero and villain. Batman does what he does best, which is sacrificing himself for the greater good as he powers the Batmobile to go over a car before another one of Joker's bazookas causes serious damage to the vehicle. What follows might be one of the coolest intros to a vehicle that I've ever seen in a movie, as Batman launches an eject sequence that results in the Batpod emerging out of the Batmobile.
Goodbye.
Wait, I'm gonna play that last moment again, it's just too epic.
Goodbye.
We then follow Batman as he frantically drives across Gotham in pursuit of the Joker. Just when you think that the odds have swung in favour of our hero, Nolan reminds us of the threat that the Joker presents as we see a police helicopter crash into the ground as a result of a trap set by his goons, much to Joker's amusement. We eventually see Batman confront the Joker.
Now there's a Batman.
This confrontation is more than just another cool action sequence, as Nolan is able to convey the dichotomy between these characters and the intricate game that the Joker is forcing Batman to play. Batman propels the Batpod towards the Joker's truck, as what initially starts out as a game of chicken
Oh, you want to play? Come on. Come on.
turns into a moment that shows Batman's intellect and skill as a crime fighter as he attaches a wire from the pod onto the truck before latching onto several lampposts. We then see the Joker's truck do an audacious 180 flip that, for those of you who didn't know, was achieved practically and entirely on location. Also, seeing Batman doing a wheelie on the side of a building was just so epic to see. The Joker escapes from the truck, as what follows might be the best example so far that shows the vulnerability of Batman and the threat of the Joker. As Batman drives towards him in what looks like an attempt to either seriously hurt him or more than likely kill him, the Joker, as only the best villains do, has an ace up his sleeve as he tells Batman,
Come on, I want you to do it, I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me. Come on, hit me.
The Joker is able to push Batman in just the right ways, as he knows that his greatest weakness is his one rule to not kill his enemies. As Batman further advances on the Joker, we see that Batman is unable to do the one thing he swore never to do as he swerves past the Joker and crashes onto the street. What makes this encounter so emotionally investing is that we understand both characters' motivations leading up to this moment. In the case of Batman, he's looking to capture the Joker in order to rid his city of major crime once and for all, as well as protecting Harvey Dent, who he sees as a successor in creating a new Gotham, which in turn will allow him to lead a life without the cape and cowl. Whereas the Joker wants to expose Gotham's true colours as a city where any of its civilians can be truly corruptible if they are pushed to their limits, and therefore wants Batman to kill him to prove that even Gotham's protector can break his moral code if he's pushed to a certain breaking point. By knowing the motivations of Batman and Joker going into the showdown, means that we know what both characters stand to gain should they come out victorious, which only raises the stakes and ensured that I was fully invested in this scene. I also want to mention the clarity with which Nolan and cinematographer Wally Fitzer shoot the sequence. Upon rewatching the car chase for this analysis, I realised that there's a sense of momentum to the way this scene shifts from moment to moment. Nolan always reminds the audience of the characters involved and only cuts to them for maximum emotional impact. Whether that's seeing Joker's truck driver smile as he forces one of the cops off-road, or seeing the look of fear on a Gotham police officer as Joker's truck bumps into them. Nolan allows us to feel the full emotional weight of the action through the eyes of the characters, which gives the scene a personal point of view, along with the action being driven, no pun intended, by the characters and not the spectacle. And thus concludes my analysis of this standout set piece, as Christopher Nolan achieves everything you want from an action scene and more. From the constant threat of the Joker to the high-level stakes that are at hand between the hero and villain, this is the epitome of what action filmmaking should be, and serves as a reminder that if you truly have a passion for action and understand what makes a set piece tick, then the results, as found here, can be spectacular. So I now hand it over to you guys, as I want to find out whether or not you enjoyed the armoured car chase, and do you think this is one of the best action scenes in comic book history, as I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you're a big fan of movies like myself, then consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my latest videos. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.